Hello everyone, myself Momin Kes. Today we will discuss about muscular system and integumentary system. So in muscular systems are a type of system which helps our body for the movement or locomotion of our body parts. So muscular systems are consist of different muscles. So there are basically three types of muscles in human body. That is cardiac muscles, number two skeleton muscles, and third is smooth muscles. When we talk about cardiac muscles, the name indicates it is present in the heart walls. Cardiac muscles are the type of involuntary muscles which are not under the control of an human. It is the strongest muscles in the human body. It consists of uninucleated nucleus present in these muscles which are arranged in a branch chain. Then the skeleton muscles are the type of muscles which are present at the movable parts like hair, hand, legs, facials, arms, etc. These are the voluntary muscles which are under control. It contains multinucleated nuclei or cells. It structures as long fiber-like. When we talk about smooth muscles, it is the muscles which are present in the hollow organs like stomach. These are the type of involuntary muscles which contain uninuclear nuclei. Then when we talk about the functions of muscles, there are different functions of muscles like mobility, stability, posture, body temperature, circulation, digestion, urination, childbirth, organ protection, temperature regulation, vision, etc. These are all about the muscular system. Now we will talk about integumentary system. So integumentary system is a type of system which consists of skin, hair and nails. So first we will talk about the skin. So what is skin? So the skin or the cutaneous membrane is the outermost layer of the body that is responsible that covers or protects the body from the external environment. It is the complex and largest organ of the body in terms of both surface area and weight. When we talk about surface area, the surface area of skin, the length of skin is 2 square meter, and the weight of skin is 4.5 to 5 kg. So it covers almost 60% of a body weight. Normally the skin texture is very smooth, but due to the environmental factors or age factors it become rough. The pH of skin is acidic, which varies from 4 to 5.6. So skin is mainly classified into three layers, that is epidermis, dermis and hypodermis, also known as subcutaneous. So we will discuss all these three layers in detail. So first one is epidermis, which is the uppermost or superficial layer, which is a thin layer which is made up of a large number of epithelial tissue. So we can say the epidermis is composed of uh, stratified keratinocyte squamous epithelium tissue. Stratified keratinocyte squamous epithelium tissue, and epidermis is consists of mainly four cells, that is keratinocytes, melanocytes, Langerhans cells and Merkel cells. So the epidermis is further classified or having sub layers, that is five sub layers. First one is stratum corneum, stratum lucidum, stratum germinosum, stratum first one is stratum corneum, second is stratum lucidum, third is stratum granulosum, fourth is stratum spinosum, and fifth is stratum germinativum. So we will discuss one by one. First one is stratum corneum. The word corneum indicate horny, which is made up of large number of keratinocytes, which is up to 25 to 30 layers, in which nucleus is present. Nucleus is absent, which and its function is as a protective layer. Then second one is stratum lucidum. Stratum lucidum is a layer which is present below the stratum corneum, which is a subdivision of stratum corneum. It is a thin, less transparent and glistery layer which is made up of eosinophilic cells. Then third one is stratum spinosum. Spinosum means indicate little grain. It is made up of non-keratinocytes protein. It is up to 1 to 3 spindle shaped cells which contain histidine proteins. Then fourth one is stratum spinosum. Spinosum means thorn-like. It is up to 8 to 10 layers of keratinocytes which closely fit with each other, and in this layer the cells are flat. And structures are polygon-like. Therefore, it is also known as polygon cells or prickle cells because all the cells closely fit together with the help of prickles. Then fifth one, last one is stratum germinativum. Germinativum word means base. It is the deepest layer which does not have the nucleus and about 6 μm wide. This is all about the epidermis. Then second layer, main layer, is the dermis, which is the middle layer present below the epidermis and upper the subcutaneous layer. It is the second layer made up of large number of connective tissue, consists of collagen and elastin fibers. The superficial portion of dermis is called as papillary layer, which is made up of areolar connective tissue. Then hypodermis is not the part of skin. It is the innermost layer, also known as subcutaneous layer, made up of areolar and adipose connective tissue. Adipose means the tissue which stored fats. So its main function is to storage of fats and consists large number of blood vessels. So this is all about the skin. Then nails. Nails are the hard, smooth covering that protect the upper parts of our hand. With this are made up of keratins. When we talk about hair, hair is the third part which comes under the integumentary system. Hair are the simple structure made up of hair shaft and root, where the hair root is enclosed in the hair follicle, and hair shaft is the part which is seen above the skin, which is the part which we can see, which is above the skin. The hair are made up of rough protein called keratin that decide the growth of hair and strength of hair. So the hairs are divided into two parts. One is hair follicle and second is hair shaft. So hair follicle is a part from which the hair grow. It is a club-like structure which at the end of hair follicle blood vessels are present, which provide the nutrients to the hair, and that part is known as papilla. For example, this is papilla. This papilla is surrounded by a bulb, which is surrounded by a bulb for covering of papilla. The most important gland which is present in the hair is sebaceous gland, which main function is to secrete the oil which nourishes and provides strength to the hair. Then that glands consist of melanocytes which contain melanin, which is responsible for the color of hair. Then this is all about the hair follicle. Then the second part, that is hair shaft, which is seen above the skin. That is hair shaft. It is made up of dead cells that turns into the protein, tough protein, that is keratin. Then hair shaft is made up of 3 layers. First is medulla. Innermost layer is medulla. Then middle is cortex and the uppermost layer is cuticle. So medulla is the deepest layer, which is look like honeycomb structure. Then cortex is the layer which is the middle layer, which provides strength, color, texture. That means it contains melanocytes because melanocytes contain melanins which is responsible for the hair color. Then cuticles is the thin or colorless layer, which is the outermost layer, which is responsible for the protection of cortex layer, which are also made up of keratin. So this is all about the muscular and integumentary system. I hope you understood. Thank you.